We've got a free pick and more on this report, some sharp betting intel. If you want computer trends for the Sweet 16 for Thursday, it is on our YouTube channel and also on our various podcast sources where it's simulcast. Make sure you do subscribe to us. Subscribe to us now, and you'll never, ever miss a free report as well as critical betting information. But we do have the old score phone style trends report on our YouTube channel and anywhere where you get our podcast. Again, our YouTube channel is at Offshore Insiders with the S. Most importantly, just subscribe to us on Twitter, which is at Offshore Insider. No S at the end because of the character limitations. We do have a free pick as well as some sharp line moves and whatnot, although, to be honest with you, as far as the line moves, nothing that significant today. But Joe Duffy's picks is 351 and 258 off another sweep last night. 30 years in the business, very rare where I've had a release on every single NCAA tournament side when you've had at least 4 games like today. We've got 6 NCAA tournament winners, all 4 sides, 2 wise guy plays, and 2 totals. From Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Offshore Insider. No S, as we said, at the end, but you'll never, ever miss free winning information like this. Now, some sharp intel for the NBA for today. The Grizzlies and the Hornets, the presumed tanking angle, teams with a winning percentage of .310 or less versus an opponent with a winning percentage of .390 or more the last 2 years, going with the inferior team. The team that we are assuming is tanking is .234 and 164, as I said. I'd like to take a look at the last 2 years because I think it's really been the previous 2 seasons, thanks to the success of the Philadelphia 76ers, where it's been perceived that teams may lose intentionally. But what does that mean to the better? Well, it says actually go with that team that we think will be tanking, and that would also benefit the Magic over those aforesaid Sixers tonight. By the way, for both the Grizzlies and the Magic, we do have a modified version, a couple other parameters that we added, 201 and 130. For 60.7%. Dallas benefits from the master angle, not the modified angle, but the master angle, the 234 and 164 angle against Utah. Lakers will have 2 extra days rest at the Pelicans. Remember, it's more significant when the road team has the extra rest. As I do explain pretty much every report, that about 75% of the time when there is a big scheduling advantage, more rest for one team, it benefits the home team, but when the exception is the road team, that means the normal home court advantage does not actually apply, and you get just a 1 point difference, 1 point edge in your direction. That is big when it comes to the compilation of evidence. So it's very significant when the road team is more rested. Pistons and the Rockets. Detroit is playing their 4th straight road game. Modest sharp bets. We don't have any screaming sharp moves for this Thursday. A modest one on South Florida, and in the NBA, equally modest on Sacramento. And same thing with line moves. You do have a 1 point line move. Nevada is going from a 1.5 to a 2.5 point favorite against Illinois, Chicago. Michigan, Nevada went from a 2.5 point favorite. They're now down to 1.5. Nevada went from a 2.5 point favorite. They are now down to 1.5. Michigan likewise open as a 3.5 point favorite to Texas A&M. They're down to 2.5. And Gonzaga open up at 6.5. They're now 5.5 point favorite. So the public, as we said, when it comes to the postseason in any sport, that's the one time they all of a sudden start liking underdogs, and especially the deeper you go into the postseason, the more they actually do like the underdogs, although the public is in love with chalk when it comes to the regular season, especially perceived mismatches. And likewise in the NBA, nothing, super significance, but the Philadelphia 76ers did open up as a 6.5 point favorite over Orlando. They are now a 7.5 point favorite. Your free pick going against teams on a straight-up winning streak, against teams on a straight-up losing streak under certain circumstances, 494, 375, and 14. Now, quite frankly, we haven't weighed this as heavily when it comes to our premium picks the last 3 years, this angle that has made us a lot of money over the years, but the last 3 years it's tailed off a little bit, which is why it's not quite a premium play. Road team off of consecutive road games, but with 2 extra days rest, 239, 178, and 11. And if you were paying attention to this entire report, you probably have a pretty good guess of who we're going with the free pick. It is to go with the LA Lakers plus the 3 against the Pelicans. Once again, the LA Lakers plus the 3 against New Orleans. This podcast made free by a very generous grant from mybookie.ag. They've got the highest credit card acceptance rates. Payout requests processed in just 48 hours. And remember, hopefully with some good news coming down from SCOTUS. Now, again, I don't really know exactly what the legal ramifications are going to be, but hopefully this absurd ban on gambling will be completely in the rearview mirror. No problems. I've spoken to a lot of people at mybookie.ag. Over the years, they've got a large English-speaking customer service. Not that I've really had a lot of questions about the customer service because their website is pretty darn easy. Huge bonuses. Use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y, D-U-F-F-Y for the maximum bonus. And as I said, you know, as a degenerate handicapper. I'm all about sports betting. I'm not a huge gambler outside of sports betting, but during the summer, I have played a little bit of blackjack when it slows down for me, and it's pretty darn fun, even the casino games, and I've gotten nothing but positive feedback from my clients who do play some of the casino games. Basically anything you've ever wanted from an online casino and sportsbook, mybookie.ag. And right now, 50% sign-up bonus. So yeah, put in $1,000. You have $1,500 to bet with tonight. mybookie.ag, promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y.